All right, I want to talk to you today about something that's super important. But wait a second. I need to be hydrated. Gotta get a little bit of my nutrition here. And then the last thing that I probably need to do is there's something else that goes with that. So hydration, super important. You can live like for a few days without water. Nutrition, you can live for a little while without food, I'm pretty sure. Quite a long time. What's more important than both of those two? Let me take a breath and think about it. I got it. Oxygen. Oxygen. When I tell somebody, hey, chill, man, take a breath. Or when somebody really needs to get themselves like into a particular state, we'll say, hey, man, focus on your breathing. So wait a second. I can focus on my breathing and it calms me down. I can focus on my breathing and it brings me up. Man, this breathing seems pretty important, right? Okay, my pH level, 0 at acid, 14 at complete alkaline. We're supposed to be somewhere in the middle, not at 7, but at 7.4-ish, 7.35, 7.45. That's like slightly alkaline, right? What helps regulate that? One of the things, breathing. Okay, so when you get crazy BP off the charts, or somebody is suffering from anxiety, or they have low energy, breathing helps both. And here's the thing, we don't even think about it really. And here's the reason why this is important. So you have oxidation, which is absolutely essential if you want to have energy in your life. Why? Because water, hydration, and your food and your nutrition are useful, and they can provide energy with what? Oxygen. You've got to have that triad. You have to have that tripod, if you will. And when you're missing one, it goes down. You will not have oxidation without oxygen. And the amount of oxygen that you take in is completely up to you. It's a practice. We do it without thinking, but we can do it by thinking as well. So you're breathing anyway. But you could breathe better. And there's times when you want to breathe differently. I can tell you right now, one of the things that you guys are thinking this entire time is, what is that ridiculous thing on his head? So let me put this on for a second. Hopefully you guys can still hear me, and I'm kind of yelling so that you can. But a lot of times people breathe like this. And it's almost like listening to me like this, as it is your body trying to get what it needs out of the way that you're breathing. And because you're not breathing efficiently and it's kind of muffled, it's like listening to me. You kind of got to work for it, and it gets a little annoying. So now you know what it's like to be your body when you're not breathing properly. It's difficult. It's stressful. It's like, how can I use this? What are they actually saying? And that's the breathing that we do. It's not helpful. Brian McKenzie does some incredible breath work with the breathing mask, and especially for athletes. Well, we're all athletes. That's why I always say we're all student athletes. We're lifelong learners and doers. That's the people we work with. So yeah, I do want you to be hydrated. Yes, I do want you to, I don't even know where I put my bar, but I do want you to make sure that you have proper nutrition. Without the oxygen though, it's an open circuit, and you need to close that circuit so it can fire and go around. A lot like in the Back to the Future, the flux capacitor, right? Take me back to the future. Like, we want to be able to keep that circuit going. And in order to do that, for oxidation to really work, you have to have oxygen. Now, one of the most important, or one of the easiest breathing techniques is one that Dr. Andrew Weil started using, and now everybody kind of uses it, and it's a 4-7-8 technique. And you only do 4 cycles of it, is really all that they ask you to do. And it's a 4-second inhale, a 7-second pause, and then an 8-second exhale. And they have you do 4 seconds of that, and they usually have you do it like three or so times a day. And it's very, very helpful to kind of reset. And then after you're done doing that, your body's a little bit more aware of what's going on, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're feeling better, right? And you can really attack, if you want to be one of those people that's aggressive, you can defeat anxiety mostly through breathing. Now, yes, you can take medication for it if you want to. Optimizing your nutrition and staying hydrated is really important. I can tell you a lot of the things that happen when your pH is off, also, this is on a separate note, is kind of crazy, like the responses to your body. A lot of times, like you'll start struggling with different functions that relate to some of the areas that really, really need your oxygen, and that is your liver, your brain, your heart, massively need oxygen. And then musculoskeletal tissue. Like if your skeletal muscle does not have oxygen, it really struggles. So all of a sudden your muscles start twitching, you get nauseous, you start to lose focus and things like that. Well, a lot of times people will say, oh, you're out of shape. Okay, well, when you're out of shape, you're usually not breathing properly, but you don't have to be quote unquote usually in shape in order to breathe properly. So the longer you can breathe at a functional level, the more those things can do their job. Skeletal muscle, it needs oxygen to do its job. The brain, the heart, they need oxygen to do their job. The liver. So we have so many problems with these organs. We also have a terrible, terrible history of breathing inefficiently. So do yourself a favor. Do some research on Wayne Dyer, on Andrew Weil, on Wim Hof, on Brian McKenzie, Stephen Kotler, and Lucas Rockwood on his TED Talk, and see how you can regulate a little bit some of your pH levels through oxidation, through consuming oxygen and understanding, creating a practice around it. And you don't have to do it through meditation if you don't want to. I focus on my breathing during my meditation. You can do it whatever way that is best for you. Do it through your walking, do it through your biking, do it through, a lot of times activities are helpful, or do it while you're sitting at your desk. It's completely up to you. It's important to understand though, you cannot live truly, figuratively, or literally without oxygen.